Okay, just outside one of our properties now at the moment. As you can see, there's scaffolding all up there on the front elevation here, and let's do it around the side as well. Around the side elevation here, or the gable end should I say there. So this property, I'll go inside because obviously the sound might not be the best. This property is on a 5-year FRI lease, full repairing and insuring lease. We signed it over to them 2 years ago. Next month it'll be 2 years. We've got a 3-year break clause. So if we wanted to get this property back, obviously we've got to give them notice, and then we'd get it back in 12 months. Now, I wanted to do a quick video here because, as you can see, the work that's taking place is external. So the scaffolding's up, and let's see if you can see here. Pointing, brickwork has been ground out pretty much all the way up there and to the side as well. So I think they've been on this a couple of days now. So they're grinding out and then obviously pointing it, hoping, before they seal it and so on, to make it a lot more secure. It smells in this property, sorry. So, just to give you a little bit of background to this, we purchased this property in 2007, pre-financial crash, and 2 years ago, it had pretty much 70-80% refurb. Brand new kitchen, brand new bathroom, woodwork throughout. Let's have a look. Yeah, we did internal doors. Where's the boiler in here? The boiler, let's have a look. I think the boiler was done, I think during the last tenancy, maybe about 3 or 4 years old, that boiler. It does smell in there. So yeah, I wanted to put this video out because property's got its pluses and its minuses, positive and advantages, fantastic. But within that, obviously, you're going to have pluses and minuses, whether you're doing buy-to-lets, title splits, SA, HMOs, assisted sales, whatever it is. This one for us, we like the guaranteed rent aspect because it's even simpler, set and forget. So over the last now what's coming up to 2 years, the rent for this property has just dropped in every single month as expected. We haven't had any contact with the managing agency about anything, about, you know, this tenant's done this tenant's done that, a tenant's moving in, a tenant's moving out, which is good. Now, of course, we're receiving slightly less than we would do on a private market, but the reason I'm doing a quick video here today is because we get involved when, obviously, it's anything structural. So like I said, all the property is being ground out. It's then going to be repointed, and they're going to do, let's go, I don't know if you can hear that too well, they're then going to point all of the ridge lines on the chimney. Now this has got the main ridge and then it's got 2 hips coming off it. Probably sort of a couple of slates up there as well, and also put in, obviously clean out the gutters as well, and just generally do some tidy up. Now it could have been worse, okay? When the housing provider contacted us and said there's a couple of roof leaks, we didn't know. We were expecting, all right, worst case scenario, it needs a new roof, so that's going to be on this size property maybe £5,000–6,000. What has happened instead is that we found out that obviously the pointing's needed to be done. Just be aware of that when you're investing in gable end properties. If we had the choice to just have mid-terrace, we'd always go for that for property. But again, it's down to you and your criteria. There's the brand new kitchen, and I'll keep jumping around here. One thing that we did do in this property as well is we put cheaper carpet down than we would do normally. Okay, so, and same for the lino in the kitchen and in the bathroom. There was no laminate flooring, there was no tiling in the kitchen and or bathroom, there was no thick underlay or anything like that, because we're catering towards our end user. And one thing again, don't know how many videos of ours you've seen, we always put on a brand new door, but this is not a brand new door, and I'm glad we didn't put on a brand new door. When we were signing over to the housing provider, they said, the door works, leave it on, and I'm glad we did. But again, when you're doing the BRRR strategy, you need to make sure that the valuer, if they're not just doing a desktop valuation, is wowed as soon as they turn up, really. So yeah, if you're looking to purchase properties and then lease them out on, you know, a 5-year lease, There's some pluses, of course, is the money drops into the account each and every month, which is fantastic. Your phone isn't ringing, your emails are not going off all the time, but if there's anything structural, then that's when you get called out. So for us now, hopefully, this property now, once we've had this work, won't need touching outside for many, many years. Just look at it this way, it is a business, depending on how hands-on you wish to be, it needs investment. You can't just keep taking the profits and the dividends all of the time and not reinvesting back into it. It's a false economy. I'll just take you upstairs. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, brand new kitchen this. Now we go down there, it was. Let's have a look at the hob. Don't know why we didn't put on a stainless steel splashback there. Now, let's have a look, see if we can here. Going through this way. Here's the main culprits here now. As you can see, top corner there, that's where the issue is on the roof. So we've located that and he started to work on that, which is good, and he should be here for another few days. Let's have a look here. Good thing is, when it's whitewashed, it looks fresh. The bad thing is when it's whitewashed and then obviously you have people that don't look after the property, it looks extremely grubby, where obviously they haven't been looking after things. There are trickle vents on the windows to allow airflow. They might not have been using those, they might have been clogging them up. Extractor fans, again, with this, we made a mistake by not having it tied directly to, look at that down there, let's see. I don't even know how, you know, those kick panels plinths, it's quite sticky, and sorry to be so vulgar, but there's a few yellow stains on that floor, so I don't know whether they've had an animal in here or what. Hopefully it's an animal and nothing else. So yeah, I know I was a little bit all over in this video. Just obviously don't judge it with your emotions. Judge it through black and white, okay? The figures. Is this property still cash flowing? Yes. Has our cash flow gone now for probably the next 12 months? Maybe 14, maybe 6, let's say 18 months. Yes, because of this work. However, that work then should obviously not need to be done for a number of years. And you never know, maybe the next tenant they get in will look after it and appreciate the fact that they've got a roof over their head. Obviously, this tenant before didn't have. So just keep taking steps further forward. Think about this all the time up there, okay? If you're a black belt investor, you're going to be aware that it doesn't happen overnight. You don't just suddenly have 100 properties in 1 month or a year, unless you've got a fantastic joint venture partner who obviously is willing to lend you lots of money to invest in property. If you're doing it all on your own or with your partner, and obviously doing it that way, as long as each year your properties or your net wealth is growing, keep it up, okay? Anyway, good luck, keep taking steps further forward. Just remember the advantages and disadvantages of these leases. Good luck.